One, two, three, audio testing. One, two, three, audio testing. Welcome, Jose Antonio and Sharai Rojas. So let's give 2 more minutes so that your classmates can connect. Thank you very much. Okay, while we wait, let's break the ice. So I'll start asking one of you. Let's begin with Sharai. Tell me a little bit about your weekend. How was it? What activities did you do? How was the weather? Something special that you ate? So tell us, what do you do this weekend, Sharai?
Good afternoon, teacher.
Hello.
Well, my weekend was good. The weather was sunny. It wasn't too cold. And I don't know, on Sunday I go to market with my mom, and we prepared us a sopa de maní for lunch.
Okay.
Then in the afternoon with my family we go to eat ice cream.
Did you say you had a peanut broth, a peanut soup? Is that correct?
Yes, that.
And it looks delicious. It looks yummy. So I have to try that. So that's gonna work for the following. Well, for this week, if you have a recipe or the name of the dish, or is it just peanut soup?
It's just peanut soup.
No meat. Without meat?
You can cook with meat or chicken.
Okay, okay.
My mom made with both.
All right, all right. Yes, when I saw a similar video, I think it was a recipe from the Philippines. So interesting. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing. Jose Antonio, how was your weekend?
Hello, teacher. For my weekend, it was good. Sunday, I ate fish. I play a video game with my friends. I did a homework. I think that's all. And Sunday morning, I went to ride bicycle.
Okay, and can you remind me of the village that you live in?
What?
Can you remind me the name of the city, village that you live in?
I am living in Cochabamba.
Cochabamba. Okay, so the weather was great. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, Jose Antonio. Now let's go with Lourdes. How was your weekend? What did you do?
Hi, teacher. Um, I I really didn't do so much. I practically spent all my weekend watching a TV show that I really love. It's Grey's Anatomy, and I think that was all. And also here in Tarija was the second round for the government elections. So I went to vote.
All right, so it's that time of the year in which campaigns are all over the place, correct?
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Lourdes. And you also live in Cochabamba, correct?
No, I live in Tarija. It's in the south of Bolivia.
In the south side of Bolivia?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Lourdes. Um, before we begin with today's lesson, which is a continuation of the first unit, I made some notes in this introduction. For example, whenever we want to say that something was funny, um, you can change that word for enjoyable. So my weekend was enjoyable. I enjoy it a lot, etc. When we want to say that we ate something, we usually say it with a plural noun. For example, I ate fish. Remember, the plural of fish is the same, fish. Or another example would be I ate some hamburgers, etc., etc. It all depends on the food type, if it's countable or uncountable. For example, if you ate chicken, you cannot say I ate some chickens. It's impossible. You can rather say or use units of measurements, such as I ate some chicken, some, etc., when the food is basically part of a dish. Or if you want to be more exact, you can say, I ate chicken breast, etc., etc. Um, the last note I marked is I pretty much didn't do a lot. So I know it's quite difficult to come up with that phrase, but I pretty much didn't do a lot. With that being said, my dear students, A10 Upper Intermediate, welcome to today's class. Thank you for being present. Today is April 12th, April 12th, 2021. Last week on Friday, we familiarized ourselves with the famous soccer player, and he has been framed by one of his teammates, according to the unit and the information. And well, somebody approached him about a commercial shoe endorsement. So that's the word that I want to begin with, to endorse. To endorse means two things, as you can see: to declare one's public approval or support of. That's the meaning, the contextualization of Nick, the famous soccer player. So when he meant, or when he mentioned, I have to endorse some shoes, it's basically that he is giving his approval, okay? That way the company can use his image or himself wearing those tennis shoes or those shoes. Remember, he also mentioned that all he had to do is to wear them from time to time, de vez en cuando. Okay, the other meaning of endorse or endorsement as a noun, it's basically a sign, a check or bill of exchange on the bank to make it payable to someone other than the stated payee or to accept responsibility for paying it, okay? Endorsar, aprobar. So those are the two different meanings of endorsement. And well, let me also show you the meaning of to frame, okay? To frame, I said it was a setup, okay? It's a set-up situation to call you out, to make you guilty of something that you didn't do. So here, frame, it's, well, a noun, a rigid structure that surrounds or encloses something such as a door or window. Okay, this is not the meaning in context that we are looking for. Number two, a person's body with a reference to its size or build. No, as a noun, that's not applicable. That's not what we are looking for. Let's go with the verb. So here we have number one, place a picture or photograph in a frame, okay? In a frame. An example, he had the photo frame, okay? So similar, surround, enclose, encase, okay? So frame is basically when you put a picture into a frame, into a square, okay? And leave it on the living room. So that's to frame. Number two, to create or formulate a concept, a plan, or a system. So this is to create or formulate a situation. So it's a setup. The staff have proved invaluable in framing the proposals, okay? So let's go to the straight traduction. No, translation. Let's go to the straight translation of the words. Un marco, un bastidor, como sustantivo, como verbo, encuadrar o enmarcar. But remember, in this unit, to frame is to frame somebody, for example, it's to set him up, to frame someone.
He hecho una consulta.
Yes.
Quería preguntar a mi compañero, ¿solo soy yo el que no ve bien la pantalla o no sé, que lo veo borroso yo?
Claro, y también no está con un zoom, así que cuando pase eso, inmediatamente me deja saber y lo único que tengo que hacer es volver a compartir la pantalla.
Pero generalmente casi siempre está así, un poco borrosa.
Ok, incluso cuando estamos en Pearson.
Sí.
Ok.
Pero no sé si solamente me pasa a mí, sino quería preguntarle.
Sí, por ejemplo, Shara, en tu caso, ¿se ve borroso?
En algunos momentos, pero luego se aclara.
Muy bien. José Antonio, ¿tienes laptop?
Sí.
Estás en ella ahorita, ¿verdad?
Sí.
¿Lo tienes conectado a este tipo de cable? Es decir, directamente de tu modem de Wi-Fi. Usualmente te dan un cable de esto.
Sí, sí, bueno, con cable LAN.
¿Sí lo tienes?
Sí.
Interesante. Bueno, yo también lo tengo, entonces eso significa que mejoramos todo el internet y bueno, ahí sí no sabría explicar por qué se ve borroso o no, pero si en algún momento te tocase una actividad o leer, que de hecho hoy vamos a leer, y no puedes ver, ahí vamos a tratar de aclararlo. Y si ya en un caso extremo, lo que puedo hacer es tomar un snapshot y enviarlo al grupo para que ahí sí puedas trabajar en tiempo y forma. Fuera de ello, en la explicación y cuando hagamos las actividades, bueno, siempre voy a compartir ya las actividades realizadas, contestadas por nosotros, y lo único que tú tienes que hacer es, o tendrías que hacer, o bueno, lo que todos tienen que hacer después de la clase es abrir la actividad en tu Pearson personal y poner las respuestas. Ahí pues ya no vamos a tener problemas de la pantalla borrosa. Y bueno, así es como podríamos trabajar, José Antonio. ¿Ok?
Ok.
Muy bien. So, we are looking for a sentence, an explanation about to frame somebody. Let's see, what would that be in Spanish? Okay, so here we have an example in English, and then it's translated into Spanish. For example, the woman hacked off 2 of her fingers to frame someone, okay, to frame someone else. The translation would be, la mujer se cortó 2 dedos para incriminar a otra persona. Esa es la traducción. To frame means to incriminar somebody. So with that being said, okay, I think that we are now ready to continue our story about Nick, and also let me share my screen. Okay, so the continuation of this unit, remember when we read the summary, we are also going to learn about pitching ideas, but not only ideas. In this case, we are going to try to familiarize ourselves with the commercials, the ads, how to promote something. And I guess we know that since we are talking about endorsing shoes to make a commercial. Okay, so let's begin with this listening activity here. I'm trying to zoom in. There it is. So, Jose Antonio, how is it clear or not clear now?
It's clear, better.
All right. So switch to student. That way you won't see the answers. So Jose, can you please read the introduction?
Okay. In the video, Jackie tells Nick her idea for a TV commercial for kids' shoes. She described as science in a park and begins her description with the expression, picture this similarly advertised company. Representation often pitch their ideas to clients. Listen to the pitch for tropical tours. Choose the correct answer.
So advertisement was a word that I was looking for when I was explaining the introduction. Okay, so we are going to learn how to advertise something. Okay, so here you can start off by saying, picture this. To picture this is basically, imagínate esto. Okay, so that's a good phrase that representatives usually use when they want to pitch, cuando quieren lanzar una idea a los clientes. So in this case, we are going to listen to the pitch for tropical tours. Tropical tours. So choose the correct answer. So let's listen. I'm going to play it twice. On the second time, I am going to put the subtitles. Okay, so let's listen.
Picture this. You're on a quiet, breathtakingly beautiful beach. The sky is a cloudless blue. The warm waves of the ocean peacefully wash over the shore. A gentle breeze caresses your face. Now you and that special someone begin strolling leisurely along the edge of the sparkling water, your feet sinking softly into the silky white sand. You feel calm, relaxed, totally content, without a care in the world. Tropica Tours, for faraway places, close to home.
Okay, so that was the pitch, which was to create an image. Okay, that's how it started. Picture this. So they basically want to sell you, they want to persuade you to go to the beach. Okay, so all right, so this is basically what the representative said. Representative.
Picture this. You're on a quiet, breathtakingly beautiful beach. The sky is a cloudless blue. The warm waves of the ocean peacefully wash over the shore. A gentle breeze caresses your face. Now you and that special someone begin strolling leisurely along the edge of the sparkling water, your feet sinking softly into the silky white sand. You feel calm, relaxed, totally content, without a care in the world. Tropica Tours, for faraway places, close to home.
Great. So this type of advertisement will give us an idea and also a structure to do or to write in the writing section, in the writing activity. I believe that we are going to end up advertising shoes, if I am not mistaken. So it is important to detect how they use a lot of extreme adjectives and also adverbs. Why is this? Well, they want to emphasize the idea. It's not only sand, okay? It's white, smooth sand, okay? So they use a lot of adjectives to allow you to create your own image idea about this adventure, okay? So this is important to remember. So here we have 2, 3 pictures, okay? We have a group of friends enjoying the beach. Here on number 2, we have a couple. Well, that seems very romantic. And number 3, well, she's having fun, she's surfing, okay? So let's So which of these pictures do you think best matches the audio? 1, 2, or 3? If we go back, we have picture this. You are on a quiet, breathtakingly beautiful beach. The sky is a cloudless. Remember last week we were introduced to suffixes, and that's on the vocabulary today, and that's also the next activity. Here, it's not a suffix, but it's a, sorry, we were introduced to prefixes, okay? Prefix goes before the root word. In this case, it's after the word, after the root word, so that's a suffix. So it's cloudless. So that means that there are no clouds. The sky is a cloudless blue. The warm waves of the ocean peacefully wash over the shore. A gentle breeze caresses your face. Now you and that special someone. So that's all I need to read. You and that special someone. With that being said, number 2 should be the correct answer. Let me submit and let's see if I have it correct. Well, I am correct. So now you know that for this activity, which is a listening activity, the answer is 2. All right, so let me close. And I believe we have another activity for this skill. We also have 3 activities. So let's do number 2, and then all you have to do is, well, number 1, we have the answer. Number 2, we are fixing to deduct that. And number 3 is basically yours alone. So let's open number 2. Okay, so it's all about advertising adventures. Let me listen to the pitch for Silver Mountain. Choose the correct answer. All right, let's listen to it.
Picture this. It's a bright and glorious day. Sun directly overhead. Majestic white peaks are all around you, kissing the clear blue sky. You glide along alone, at one with the snow-covered trail. Your breath and the whoosh whoosh of your skis in perfect harmony. Silver Mountain, cross-country skiing at its peak.
All right, a lot of adjectives that I have never heard of before. So here I'm going to ask one of you to please read. And that lucky person, that lucky sales representative or, that sales representative or advertisement agent would be Shara. Can you please read the advertisement?
Okay, teacher. I can't. There is a black square on the screen.
Yes, it should be off. Is it gone now? Se ha ido?
No, it's still there.
Okay. What about now?
Okay, now it's better. Picture this. It's a bright and glorious day, sun directly overhead. Majestic white peaks are all around you, kissing the clear blue sky. You glide along alone and at one with the snow-covered trail. Your breath and the whoosh whoosh of your skis is perfect harmony. Silver Mountain, cross-country skiing at its peak.
Okay, so which picture do you think best matches the audio?
I think it's number 1.
Okay, number 1, let's see. Okay, so something is not correct. Let's see what went wrong. Jose Antonio, would you like to help us? Number 2 or picture 3? Which one would be your best guess, Antonio? Number 2 or number 3?
I think that Antonio is not in the meeting.
Yes, he logged off. I thought it was okay. So Lourdes, can you tell us?
I think that it's the number 2.
Number 2? Okay, so let's see. And you are right, Lourdes. Picture number 2, by deduction, would be the correct answer. So now you have the answers for activity 1 and 2. Activity 3 is assigned for today. So I am going to mark these activities and take a snapshot. That way your classmates would know what to do today. We are also going to try to finish this lesson today, so we have to hurry up. Let's see if we have time. So to do today. 1 second, please. Snapshot. Let me share. Okay, so for our next activity, as I mentioned, we are going to concentrate on prefixes in our vocabulary section. We are going to do one activity as a group, and the other one would be alone. So let's start with It's All So Incredible, number 1. Okay, if I am not mistaken, I already read this introduction about prefixes. So we have some common negative prefixes, okay? For example, il, I am, in, ayor, or on. Okay, so here we are just going to try to make these words into the negative prefix, how can I say this? Word. So when you are sure you understand all the adjectives, do the exercise. For each adjective below, choose the correct negative prefix. So that's how we can call it, negative prefix. Click on the box and choose the correct word. So we have a box with different activities. So these are all adjectives, sorry. These are all adjectives, and our job is to choose a correct prefix to make it a negative prefix. So here we have accurate. Let's divide these activities. So this side, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, it's Sarai's, and here 2 to 10 belongs to Lourdes. So
Teacher.
you hear me? No one can hear me. Okay, so let's wait.
I think that it's okay now, teacher.
Okay, so Shara, can you hear me? Thank you, Lourdes.
Yes, teacher, I can hear you now.
Good. So do you know what accurate means?
No, I don't remember. It's a synonym of correct, I think.
Was that a yes, a no? Shara? Okay, accurate means to be on target, okay? Accurate means to be assertive, okay? Accurate. A pitcher in baseball, his job is to make or to pitch accurate pitches. Okay, so they should be straight in the middle of the home plate. So that's accurate. Which of these prefixes do you think we have to choose in order to make it a negative prefix. So I guess I have to wait a minute. My Zoom platform is giving me some problems. So 1 minute. Lourdes, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, I can hear you, but your video is freezing.
Yes, yes. So let's give it a minute. I hope it doesn't take long, okay? Are you still with us, Sharai?
Yes, teacher.
Good. So please give me 1 second. On my screen, there's a circle. So it means that I have to wait. My laptop has officially frozen. So 1 second, please. What you can start doing, my dear students, is to please open your personal Pearson, log in, and just log in, okay? Go to my course, and that's all. Okay, so the Zoom platform is going crazy, basically. I am back. Let me see if we are still live on YouTube. That way we won't have problems. Yes, we are live, so everything is back to normal. Let me share my screen and continue with the activity. So, Shara, can you choose a correct negative prefix so that accurate is in negative? Inaccurate, 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 inaccurate.
The correct is inaccurate.
Thank you very much. Now, number 3, continue, dependent.
The correct is independent.
Likely.
Unlikely.
Good. Now, without giving you the options, let's see if you can guess it. Practical.
Unpractical.
Remember we saw this last week? To be sane, estar sano. So,
Insane.
thank you. Lourdes. Attractive.
It's attractive.
Unattractive, unattractive, legal.
Illegal.
Original.
Unoriginal.
Regular.
Irregular.
Irregular, irregular, irregular. Suitable.
Unsuitable.
Unsuitable. Submit. So as you can see, sometimes when the explanation is being read, we tend to confuse ourselves. So once you come to the actual activity, it's actually not that difficult. So we had a 90% on practical was incorrect. So I'm going to take a snapshot and share it on the group. When it's your time to redo or just select the answers, remember number 7, it's up to you. So 1 second. And well, the other activities by your own. So let me share. Okay, so resources, we are done with that. Video listening, we are done with that. Vocabulary, we just got done with that. The speaking one, it's going to be a challenge since you have to record yourself. So we are going to go ahead and try to advance or at least be introduced to the speaking activities, but let's continue. That should be almost at the end of each unit. So let's continue. I believe we only have one grammar aspect to go over, and that should be the verb, object, and infinitive. So let's listen to the grammar explanation.
Hi. Today I want to talk about verbs, objects, and infinitives. You need to know which verbs can have an object before an infinitive and which verbs can't. You may already know some of these, but I'd like you to learn some new ones. Are you ready?
Okay, so there is a phrase that I caught at the end. I'd like you to notice some examples or something like that. So that's one example of this grammar aspect. Remember the movie Madagascar? There is a song, I like to move it, move it. So we can remember this grammar aspect with that movie or song, I like to move it. So let's go over the actual grammar formula or explanation to become a master on this.
Some verbs are followed directly by an infinitive, to plus the base form.
Nick agreed to do a commercial.
Some verbs must be followed by an object, a noun or pronoun, before the infinitive.
She convinced me to make a commercial.
Okay, so this is easy. You can also say she convinced to make a commercial. But if we actually want to be specific about who did she convince, well, you need to add the object, okay? Next.
Some verbs can be followed directly by an infinitive or by an object and an infinitive.
I want to appear in a commercial.
I want you to appear in a commercial.
Okay, so this reminds me of the war advertisement, the American war advertisement. This is one of the most famous advertisements in the world, which is Uncle Sam basically pointing at you or pointing, and it says, I want you to join the army, okay? So I don't know if you caught it, but the pronunciation or the speaking aspect of I want to, it's usually I wanna, and this is not completely incorrect, but I hope that this Pearson, in this Pearson unit, that it states or it explains why people say it in two different ways. I want to or I wanna. In my case, since I'm a teacher, I was told to be formal, okay, academically correct. I want to, but if I were in a situation speaking with an American, I would try to use all these cultural notes to become a more fluent speaker. I wanna, okay? So this is part of language. So that's the explanation. All we have to do now is we have two activities. Let me open activity 1. Okay, so I guess all we have to do is rearrange the words in each box to form a sentence. Type it into the blank. Okay, so here we have these words: to, I, tell, you, me, want. And so we have Talia and we have Nick. The first one states, the whole story again. Toda la historia otra vez. And Nick says, okay, where should I begin? So she's basically telling Nick to repeat what he said. So Shara'i, we are only going to do 2, and we are only going to answer 2 since it will take a lot of time and we have to advance. So let's only do 2. So Shara'i, you have number 1, and Lourdes, you have number 2. For this, I am going to give you about a minute to come up with an accurate answer. So 1 minute, please. Okay, Shara, are you ready?
Yes, teacher. Number 1 is I want to you tell the
I
want you to tell the whole story again.
You're forgetting one element. I want you to tell who?
To tell me.
Yes, thank you.
So
Number 2, Lourdes.
Jackie invited me to have lunch with her.
Okay, so
Without lunch, because lunch is in the
Thank you.
out of the box.
Yes, thank you. So this is an interesting one. Jackie invited me to have lunch with her. So this is going to be very helpful when we want to tell, cuando queremos chismear. This is a good way to make use of this grammar explanation. So here, Jackie is inviting me. So she's telling Talia, Nick is telling Talia that Jackie invited him to have lunch, but to have lunch with whom? Well, with her. So these are tips or small elements, linguistic elements that will help you become a better English student learner. So remember that. And this looks correct. Remember, I will also make these activities well, they are already activated, but all I want you is to do them either today or tomorrow. I'm going to give 2 days. Remember, tomorrow is our conversation day, which if you want to be live, that's okay. You have your specific time. Or if you want to send me a pre-recorded audio that lasts 8 to 10 minutes, you are also welcome. So let me mark these activities and take a snapshot. That way your classmates can know, and also you, because sometimes we tend to forget what were the activities that we had to do. So let me share that, okay? 1 second. By the way, Lourdes, if I am not mistaken, I have received all of your voice messages, including you, Shara. I know that you talk about the coronavirus, and Lourdes, you talked about your family members, correct?
Yes, teacher.
Good. So I am going to pre-record that class, and I am going to upload it to YouTube as A10, upper intermediate Juan Zulueta, 1 out of 12, second part. Okay, so because there is already a video, which was the live video, but I have to pre-record and upload it. So I am letting you know that I was just waiting for one of your classmates to send me his voice messages, but I can no longer wait. So without his audio, I am going to upload all of your classmates' audios. So that's going to be, that should be ready by tomorrow. So that's my homework. That's our reminder. Okay, so this is shared. Let me erase my garabatos, my drawings. Good. So if I am not mistaken, we should only have the speaking, reading, and writing, okay, activities. The pronunciation and task listening, we can do those on the day after tomorrow. We can take half of the class to do task listening, pronunciation, and speaking. And on the second part of the class, we are going to concentrate on this quiz, okay, that should last no more than 40 minutes. This is the unit quiz, is basically the test, okay? So that's all we have to do. So let's continue with reading and writing. Reading and writing, we are going to do it as a group. So reading, pre-reading. So let me ask you, ladies, do you have reading techniques or methodologies to do before reading, not during, but before reading? What are some tips that you can share with me if you have some reading techniques? For example, Shara, do you usually have, do you know of reading techniques?
No.
Okay, so,
Maybe to pronunciate clearly.
Okay, to pronounce clearly. Okay, so let me share this information with you, girls. There is a methodology which you can do when reading long text or a news article. There are two techniques that are called skimming and scanning. Have you heard of them?
No.
No? Okay, so these techniques usually do not last more than 30 seconds. So skimming and scanning. Skimming, it's basically a before reading technique. Skimming and scanning. Skimming is basically just reading the title, maybe concentrating on words that are bold, and some pictures, etc. The scanning is a technique, is the other technique that should be followed after the skimming. Scanning should take us 5 more seconds, should be 5 seconds longer than the skimming. Skimming is basically is very fast. It's just you can do that in 5 to 10 seconds. But the scanning should take us about 15 to 20 seconds. On these skimming and scanning. On the scanning, we usually read specific information. For example, if there are 5 paragraphs, well, maybe you can read one sentence from each paragraph. And once again, this technique is to gather information very quickly, okay, and to contextualize ourselves in order to better understand the article or the newspaper or whatever it is that you are fixing to read. So here we do not have a long article, but it's just a magazine ad, which remember we are concentrating on advertisements. So here it says, look at the magazine advertisement, read each question, choose the correct answer. Okay, so here we have the advertisement. Lourdes, could you please be the advertisement representative for this idea or marketing idea?
Okay, teacher. Marvelous face cream because you deserve the best. Makes you look 20 years younger. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. $25 for 2 ounces. Ounces.
Okay, Sarai, are you the type of person that would buy this cream for just the advertisement, meaning that was this advertisement able to persuade you in some way?
No. Maybe I have to talk with a person who use this kind of product.
Exactly, because when something sounds perfect, there's usually like a red foquito that should how can I say this? Advertir, que nos puede advertir, es como un warning en nuestra mente sobre estos artículos que, bueno, según es la maravilla, ¿no? Entonces mi pregunta también, Sharaí, que si te la creíste, ¿te creíste? Or do you believe that this cream can make you 20 years younger?
No.
Okay. Y más allá de eso, no te persuadió y no te atrae, sino que también en tu mente, al menos en la mía, sí se prendió ese foquito rojo de warning, porque pues ya me dio miedo. Más allá de ponerme guapo o más joven, pues igual y me puede manchar mi cutis. ¿Es el caso similar contigo, Lourdes y Saraí?
Yes.
Yes? Good. So remember, when advertising something, when you try to make it perfect, or when you decide to write this type of facts, the hechos, it can go in two different ways, puede ir en dos formas diferentes. So be careful on the writing activity, which I guess you are going to write one advertisement. So trata de no ponerle muchas flores, de no agrandar tanto tu artículo o lo que sea que vas a vender, porque puedes terminar ahuyentando the buyers, the customers. So let's read, okay, and answer the pre-reading questions. So number one, Sharai, please.
Number one, who might buy this product? A man or a woman? I think it's a woman.
Me too. Number two, Lourdes.
Okay, why would someone want to buy this product? I think that it's because it makes you look younger.
It has a money back guarantee, satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back. So that's also another good reason. So do you want to go with number three, all of the above?
Okay, yes.
Yes. All right, so let's submit. And we are 100% correct. So I am not going to share with this one. It's very easy. Your classmates can do it alone. Let's close and let's go with number two, preview vocabulary for reading activity. By the way, Sharai and Lourdes, have you seen the movie The Wolf of Wall Street or The Wall Street Wolf with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes.
Yes. What about you, Shara?
No, I never saw that movie.
But you've seen some videos or the trailer or heard of it before?
Yes,
Yes.
I heard a lot about that movie, but I
Okay.
never had the opportunity to see it.
Okay, so that's homework, okay?
Okay, for the weekend.
For the weekend, for sure. There is a scene in which Leonardo DiCaprio demands one of his colleague to sell something. I think it was a pencil. So more than advertisement, I think that when people do actually know how to sell something, it becomes like an art. It's an art to sell something by choosing the correct words. If we become masters at this, you can gain a lot of profit. For example, it's not the same selling an apple in the supermarket by just placing the apples, okay, group apples. You are not selling an idea. You're not improving your product's value. Some people would not just group the apples and okay. Some of them, if they want to sell it in a higher price, well, they can perhaps clean it. They can perhaps put it on a better and more suitable place. Okay, hasta en una vitrina. So that attracts my attention, and I would ask myself, wait a minute, this is not just an apple. This is a quality apple, okay? And so the price eventually goes up. Going back to this scene, all I want to tell you is that in order to sell something, you have to create what is that specific word that you think I am looking for, Lourdes? What's one thing that you have to create in order to make a sale? Why do you think people buy things to begin with, Lourdes?
I don't know. Maybe because in the theory, because they need it or need something. But I have history about where I am in the I was in a volleyball team, and we need we needed to earn money for a tournament. In that time, Pokemon Go was so famous,
popular,
and so popular. So my friends had the idea to make lemonade, and the glass was they decorated with the faces of the Pokemons. So many people buy both that lemonade just because the recipe, the glass, not for the lemonade
yes,
for the product in that was the lemonade. So
exactly.
I think that the presentation is very, very important in order to sell.
Exactly. In economy, there is a phrase or a law that says offer and demand. Okay, so offer and demand, but we are concentrating on advertisements, and it is an art, and sometimes people buy things because they need it. So you are right on that. That's the word that I was needed. You have to create a necessity, but the real good advertisements, and I'm talking about like Pepsi or even the stores. For example, here we call them Oxxos, which are the stores on the gas station. So there is also a theory in which where to locate the how can I say this? The articles, yes, I can call them the articles. For example, the sodas, they are placed at the very end. That way, when somebody wants just a Coca-Cola, they have to walk through the entire store just to buy the Coca-Cola. At the end of the day, he is watching some chips, he's watching some cookies, and so what does the brain says? Well, something awakes, and instead of just buying a Coca-Cola, you end up buying other articles. So that's the art of advertising something, okay? And it is now part of our society, okay? So yes, it's quite interesting. Now we have this type of reading, okay? And after that, I believe we have an activity. So yes, we have to, okay? So we have memorable, advertising agency, potential, slogan, audience, image, manufacturer, okay? So the slogan, do you know what's the Nike slogan? Lourdes or Sarai?
Just do it.
Just do it. So that's the slogan, okay? That's something very, not important, but it is particularly part of the system. The slogan, it's basically a short phrase to remember specific ads or specific organizations. Yes. So the slogan is the short phrase, and the drawing would be the symbol that companies try to make the customer remember them and to create an image. One of the most popular food restaurant chains that not only started this type of advertisement, and it's also famous and successful, is McDonald's. McDonald's, okay? McDonald's uses scientific information to not only attract the customers, but also to maintain them. there is a theory that means that the McDonald's, meaning the M, the curvy lines, or the way that it was designed, it makes us think or feel that McDonald's is good, that McDonald's will feed us healthy, okay? And the explanation that I heard was that if you put the McDonald's, the M, in a different way, meaning if you look at it from above, we can conclude that the M can also represent the female breasts. So when we are babies, we were attached to our mother's breast for almost the first 3 to 4 years. So that's one theory that McDonald's used for their customers. So this is interesting. This is really, really interesting. The world of advertising. I believe that there is also a specific bachelor's for that. I have been trying to remember or recall the bachelor's licenciatura for advertising. I don't know if you remember it, one of you, Lourdes or Sara. Ciencias de la comunicación no es, pero hay otro que lidia con todo esto de advertisement. ¿Ustedes saben o lo recuerdan? Mercadotecnia. ¿Ustedes tienen la carrera o han escuchado la carrera Mercadotecnia en Bolivia, en las universidades? Mercadotecnia, creo que así se llama.
Marketing.
Marketing. So there you go. It's really, really an entire universe in marketing world. So let's choose Lourdes. Can you please read the article?
Okay, last week, the manufacturer of Mabel's Miracle Face Cream met with ICE at its advertising agency. The agency presented new ideas for an international ad to sell Mabel's Miracle Face Cream all over the world. The executives from Mabel's liked the ideas in general, but they didn't like specific pictures. They thought the images didn't match the product. They were also worried about certain words in the slogan. They thought some words might be difficult to translate into other languages. Overall, thought they found the new ads memorable, and they were excited that Mabel's Miracle Face Cream now had the potential to sell to a new audience in all parts of the world.
Okay, thank you very much. So we can conclude that everything that you choose, every element that you choose in your advertisement is vital, important, crucial, okay? The image, the slogan, okay? So here, let's do this activity as a group. We have 7. 1, 2, 3 belongs to Sharai, and then the last 4 belongs to you, Lourdes. So number 1, my dear Sharai, could you please read it and take maybe some seconds to find the correct answer?
Okay, number 1, a short phrase that is easy to remember. Slogan.
Thank you very much. Just do it. Could you tell me another famous slogan that you know of? Let's come up with famous slogans and national slogans. That way I can learn more about Bolivia or the Bolivian corporations. Try to think of one, Lourdes and Sarai.
Actually, I don't know any slogan, any Bolivian slogan.
Okay, but international corporations, do you remember one?
Mm, think different, I think, from Apple or no.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What about you, Lourdes? Could you come up with a slogan?
I'm trying to remember some, but
Take your time.
um,
I'm trying to remember one from the from the chocolate industry. They usually, each food item, artículo en inglés es item, that's the word. Usually each food item contains a slogan. For example, does Bimbo exist in Bolivia?
yes.
Yes. Okay. And well, here in Mexico, changing the subject a little bit, that's also part of our speaking activity. We are going to learn phrases when we want to change a conversation. So we can, for example, say changing the topic in other words, in other theme, etc. So we're going to learn that. Anyways, let me just say this, and let me write what was I talking about. Slogan: chocolate. Well, here in Mexico, there has been a national advertisement law that basically demands all of these corporations, Zucaritas, Bimbo, I believe even Coca-Cola, to erase or to take off their animal or their pet because they believe the government or the branch that belongs to the advertisement world, I forgot its name, they think that by using these drawings, these animals, it's basically straight up manipulating the kids' mind, and sometimes kids would use or demand certain items just because of the animal. So that's being taken off, especially here in Mexico. El tigre Toño de Zucaritas, de Bimbo tenemos un osito, un oso blanco, igual también con los osos polares de Coca-Cola. ¿Esta tendencia también está en Bolivia o es solo en México? Lourdes?
I think that it's there used to be the polars, the beers from Coca-Cola here, but so time ago, I remember that when I was a little girl, I used to watch the polar bears, and even I think that my family had the little I don't know how to say, the little toys. I don't remember. Like
yes.
Like a decorative.
Yes, collection souvenirs.
Yes. But it was so time ago.
Yes. Yeah, so you see how important and how big this world or universe of marketing is, okay? Ya me acordé de un slogan: a que no te puedes comer solo una. Bueno, ese no es tan corto, pero ¿saben a quién pertenece? A que no puedes comerte solo una. ¿Lo han escuchado en los comerciales?
Ay.
Son las papas saladas. Bueno, aquí tenemos, le llamamos sabritas. No sé si en Bolivia es la americana de Lay's, o cuál es la papita salada que domina allá en Bolivia.
Creo que no hay una que domine, o sea, la nacional, por así decirlo, pero no tiene un nombre como tal.
Ok, ni nada de nombre.
No.
Sí tiene, pues la Lucana.
Ah, sí.
Bueno, aquí es la Papusquitas, creo.
Ajá, ok. Muy bien. Esa es la papita bolivariana. ¿Estoy en lo correcto en decir bolivariana o esto es de Venezuela?
Venezuela.
Bolivariana.
Lucana nomás.
Entonces
Boliviana
sería
es.
boliviana. Perfecto. Gracias. Pues ahí lo tenemos, las papitas bolivianas. Muy bien, gracias. Y bueno, ¿qué eslogan utiliza ese tipo de papitas? Si es que recuerdan. No utiliza la misma,
Ah, no,
¿verdad? Muy
no,
bien.
no.
En la siguiente clase simplemente vamos a ver un pequeño video para que pues veamos que definitivamente cambia de país a país todo esto. Y ya por último dato, quiero mencionar que one of the most successful advertisement representatives here, at least here in Latin America, el título se lo llevan los argentinos. Son muy creativos para sus comerciales, son creativos, es todo un arte. Entonces ellos tienen el título en tener los mejores comerciales y por ello Sprite creo que ya firmó con una agencia en Argentina para que pues les reproduzca sus ideas. Muy bien, pues bueno, let's continue. Number 2, Shara.
Number 2, it's a company that makes products. Manufacturer.
Yes. Number 3, possibility.
I'm not really sure about that, teacher.
Take a guess. Deduction.
Potential.
Yes.
I was doing the others and I just left that word.
Okay, so potentially sounds correct. Tiene el potencial, es decir, tiene la posibilidad de salir al mercado, etc. Okay, so Lourdes, number 4.
Advertising agency.
Could you read the sentence?
Oh, sorry. A company that helps other companies sell their products.
Advertising agency. Next, 4, 5.
Easy to remember, memorable.
6.
A picture that expresses an idea, an image.
Image.
Okay. And a group of people who watch or listen to something, audience.
Audience. Thank you very much. And yes, we have 100. So let me take a snapshot. And well, our last activity for today, which I am only going to explain, and we are going to take the rest of the class to work on it, is the writing activity. So 1 second, please. Okay, so the reading activities are basically done. We have done the first 2. So for today, all you have to do is the third one. Okay, so that's just a reminder for you. Let me take a snapshot too. Good. Wow, so we have a long instruction. So, my dear Sharai, could you please help us by reading?
The screen isn't clear, teacher. Sorry. Now it's okay. Read the instructions. Type your answer into the box. If this activity was not assigned by your teacher, it will not be graded. You can still do this activity for practice. Question selling points. You are going to do research on advertising. You are going to explore the product selling points to help you write a paragraph using a search engine such as Yahoo or Google. Look for a website about a popular product such as car, food, or electronics. Here are some search techniques and keywords you might use. The enter name of a company that makes cars such as Volkswagen. Enter the name of a company that makes food products such as Goya Foods. Enter the name of a company that makes electronic products such as Philip Electronics. Find out as much as you can about the product's selling points. According to the company, what are the main reasons people should buy its product? How is its product different from its competitors' products? Take notes in a chart like the one below. Fill in details about the selling points whenever you can. For example, should I read the table more, teacher?
Yes, please.
Company, Apple. Product, laptop computers. Selling points, user-friendly. Details, easy to set up, less complicated to use. High-quality parts, like large viewing screen. Reliable, fewer repairs needed. Superior customer service, help available online or on the phone.
Yeah, so Apple, one of the most successful laptop companies. Here in Mexico, there is a saying, a slogan, but this is from the people, not from the market or the company. It is said that Apple suits better this type of clients. The clients are the designers. Yes, the designers, students who are studying designers, and well, this is an idea in which they conclude that whenever they want to explain their customers about a design, well, to become a better designer or to become, not to become, but to be looked at a really professional, your tool, which is your laptop or your cell phone, should be suitable, should be attractive, visually attractive. So that's why Apple has this type of clients. They already have a certain group of customers. Okay, so we have this table. Let me scroll down and see. Okay, so here you do not have a table, but all you have to do is basically describe as it was mentioned here. Continue, my dear Shara. Let me adjust. Gives the. Go ahead. Can you continue, Shara?
I'm sorry, I was with my microphone disactivated.
Okay.
Then write a paragraph about the selling points of the products you have chosen. Begin with a topic sentence that gives the company's main point about its product. For example, according to Apple, Macintosh computers are the best personal computers in the world. In the body of the paragraph, give reasons to support the company's belief about its product. Give details about the product selling points. You can also explain why the company feels its product is better than its competitor's product. Type your paragraphs in the box or cut and paste from a word processing program, use the writing model to help you. Click on Submit to save and submit your work when you finish. Continue, teacher. Writing model.
Yes.
According to Apple, Macintosh computers are the best personal computers in the world. The company claims that its computers are the most user-friendly. People all over the world find them easy to set up and less complicated to use than other computers. Macs may be a little more expensive than others' computers, but they have quite high-quality parts. They are also reliable. Apple says that Macs are less likely to get a virus or experience data loss, and they need fewer repairs. And if you don't have a problem with your Mac, Apple's customer service is superior. With all these advantages, Macs are well worth the price.
Okay, thank you very much, Shara. So we have a model of what we should do. It's basically giving our insider opinion with facts, with actual facts about an item from any corporation that you choose to do so. If you, for example, if you copy and paste straight up information from the internet, guess what? That's okay. That's all right. But if you can rewrite it or paraphrase, that's the main goal. Okay. So we are continuing learning about this advertising world, and this activity is going to be assigned also today. So let me take a snapshot. And I know that there is a lot to do, but don't worry, we would have 3 days. Remember that when I sent or activated these activities, I mentioned that the due date was going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. When was our first class? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was on Wednesday of last week. Is that correct, Shara?
Yes, we started class on Wednesday.
Yes, so it was Wednesday, April the 7th. So I believe that the due date is on Monday, Tuesday, on Wednesday, April 14th. So please take the rest of the class to work on the activities. Remember that the real due date is on in 2 days. So once that's achieved, the Pearson platform will close all the activities, so be careful. With that being said, I would like to congratulate you, my dear students, for having a great class today. It was really interesting, and we shared our opinion and knowledge about advertisement world. Before the class ends, I would like you to answer today's poll about the class, and after you answer it, you are free to go. The class has finished. So thank you very much. Continue having a great night in your case.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow, teacher. Bye.
See you. Bye.